because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at.
Never even cashed a check still. Have $100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything, and everything is okay.
I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather is on the run. Yeah, you read that right. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith dropped a bombshell live on air, flashing financial documents that allegedly link Mayweather to a jaw-dropping $42 million scandal. According to reports, federal authorities have already issued a warrant for his arrest. Smith, who's been calling out Floyd's reckless spending for years, says this scandal is just the beginning. Fans are shocked, haters are celebrating, and Mayweather's so-called empire, it's looking like it's falling apart fast. This story's exploding. More chaos to come.
Floyd Mayweather has had for not paying someone money. Check this out.
Yeah. So we're gonna sue Floyd Mayweather.
Yo, what's good with this? What's good with the conversation about this? Last night you were doing one of these. Are we saying that or what?
He hasn't sued him yet.
Oh, got it.
We're still talking.
Got it.
There's still conversations that are happening.
Well, he got sued. You know he got sued.
He's been sued multiple times.
For the same fight. Yo, something's going on, and there's one side that's very clear to see is being You know why he got sued? I watched the video on it. There's a full breakdown. He is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seats. He takes all of them.
All of them, 3, 4, 5x, and it's part of his business.
Floyd Mayweather's money problems and legal mess have always been a hot topic, and he's not exactly hiding his priorities. At one point, he admitted his lawyers told him to keep quiet while they handled things behind closed doors. But Floyd made one thing crystal clear. He's not letting go of the jets, the mansions, or the flashy lifestyle anytime soon. Even with legal trouble breathing down his neck, all he talks about is holding on to the luxury. He's more worried about staying rich than being transparent. While his team scrambles to clean up the mess, Mayweather's eyes are still locked on more cash and more bling. Forget damage control. Floyd's too busy chasing the next bag. It's the same old story. Protect the image, protect the money, no matter what it costs. Fame, fortune, and a whole lot of drama. That's the real price of being Money Mayweather.
Still got my private jets. I still have all my beautiful homes, still have all my properties everywhere, and still making millions every month.
So you didn't take this fight because you needed the money?
Actually, I didn't even want this. The fans demanded this fight. You know, at one particular time, and of course, with this fight, of course, I do want to make a ton of money.
Stephen A. Smith has never been shy about his love for Floyd Mayweather. He's called him one of the greatest to ever do it. Smith constantly praises Floyd's undefeated run, pointing out his insane discipline, slick defense, and genius ring IQ. He calls Mayweather a strategist, someone who didn't just fight towing but fought smart to never lose. And in Smith's eyes, that makes him a level above theirs. But here's the twist. While Smith admires the boxer, the man behind the money is a whole different story. He's praised Floyd's control in the ring, but now we're seeing the cracks outside of it. For years, Smith called him the blueprint, but with this new scandal, people are starting to wonder if that blueprint was built on smoke and mirrors. Great in the ring? No doubt, but outside of it, that legacy's starting to look.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm going to embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
Once Floyd Mayweather started doing exhibition fights, the respect started fading fast. His so-called comeback against YouTuber-turned-boxer Logan Paul got roasted, and Stephen A. Smith led the charge. Smith didn't hold back. He said the fight was a joke, plain and simple. No real danger, no real stakes, just a money grab dressed up as boxing. Logan Paul was never a serious threat, and everyone knew it. For a legend like Mayweather, it looked desperate. Smith made it clear, this wasn't greatness. This was business, and not the kind that builds legacies, the kind that sells out for a quick payday. The vibe was nothing like the high-stakes wars. Floyd used Towen. Smith saw it for what it was, a bad look for a man who once ruled the sport. The message was loud, chasing easy cash with low-risk fights. That's how you ruin a legacy, not protect it.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
I just believe.
Stephen A. Smith didn't stop at just the Logan Paul fight. He's been calling out Mayweather's whole exhibition hustle. Yeah, he gave Floyd a pass for the McGregor bout. At least McGregor came from a combat sports background. But after that, Smith made it clear. Floyd started picking opponents way beneath his level just to cash easy checks. This wasn't about the thrill. It wasn't about legacy. It was about money. Smith didn't sugarcoat it. He said Mayweather was slowly tearing down the legacy he built by choosing weak, low-risk fights. The man who once dominated the sport, who chased glory and tough opponents, was now seen as just another celebrity chasing a bag. The shift was obvious. Floyd went from fighting the best to fighting for attention, and in Smith's view, that's how you go from being a legend to becoming a sideshow. Instead of being remembered as the undefeated genius in the ring, Mayweather started looking like a man trying to stay rich, not great.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
The moment everything changed for Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement career came when he was asked why he fought Logan Paul instead of a real threat like Tyson Fury. His answer? Logan had more followers. That was it. Not skill, not legacy, just Instagram numbers. That response hit like a slap in the face to boxing purists, and Stephen A. Smith wasn't having it. For Smith, this was all the proof he needed that Floyd's priorities had completely flipped. He wasn't chasing greatness anymore. He was chasing clout, fighting a YouTuber with barely any boxing experience instead of a heavyweight champ like Fury? That wasn't strategy. That was marketing. That was a cash grab built on hype, not skill. Mayweather used to fight the best. Now he's fighting for likes. Smith and others saw it for what it was, a sad departure from the competitive fire that once made Mayweather a legend. Money and fame had replaced legacy and glory, and fans were left wondering what Floyd really stood for anymore.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
Floyd Mayweather wasn't just boxing's biggest earner. He was the highest-paid athlete on the planet. Period. That title wasn't just about his undefeated record. It was about his hustle. Floyd was seen as the ultimate businessman, cashing in on massive paydays, making smart moves, and running the game outside their ring. But now, that perfect image is cracking. Rumors are flying, documents are leaking, and suddenly people area skiing. Is Money Mayweather really as rich as he says? What used to be praised as genius is now being questioned. Reports hint at financial trouble, and the same man who once flexed stacks of cash is now being watched closely for how he handles his money. The man who bragged about being untouchable financially, he's under the microscope, and it's raising real doubts. Is all that luxury, jets, cars, mansions, just a flashy cover for a bigger problem? Fans and critics are starting to look at Mayweather's empire a little differently. What if the wealth was real, but the foundation was shaky all along? The cost of that undefeated image might be more than anyone thought.
Floyd Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back streets.
Logan Paul isn't letting this slide. He's taking Floyd Mayweather to court. Paul claims Mayweather still owes him between $1 million and $3 million from their 2021 exhibition fight. According to Logan, the pay-per-view money mysteriously vanished, and Mayweather's team never paid up. In a 2022 interview with TMZ Sports, Paul made it clear he's done waiting and he's ready to sue. Mayweather, of course, denies it all. He says Logan's been paid in full and chalks it up to typical boxing. Business, delays happen, money takes time. But Paul's not buying it. He's accusing Floyd of messing with the numbers, mismanaging the cash, and straight up breaking their agreement. What was supposed to be a money-making spectacle has now turned into a messy legal fight. This whole situation exposes the dark side of these flashy exhibition matches. Big promises, shady payouts, and legal headaches. And once again, Mayweather's name is caught in the middle of another money scandal.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm not you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather's run-ins with the law have been just as flashy and messy as his lifestyle-legal issues, including actual jail time. And despite all the money and fame, he's openly admitted that he doesn't always feel free. That's the part people don't talk about, the dark side of being Money Mayweather. His legal problems haven't been just random slips. They've followed a pattern. A pattern tied to reckless spending, unpaid debts, and a lifestyle that constantly flirts with the edge. For every million he makes, there seems to be a lawsuit or controversy right behind it. His wealth might buy him cars, mansions, and headlines, but it hasn't bought him peace. The truth is, Mayweather's legal history tells a different story than the one he sells in interviews. It's not just about success, it's about the cost of that success. Behind the undefeated record is a man constantly fighting battles outside their ring, and the more you look, the clearer it becomes. The money didn't fix everything. It might have made things worse.